Shatter. What's going on, everybody? Oh, good Lord. How is everybody?
Yeah.
This is going to be
Fucking finally.
I know, right?
Fucking finally.
I know, it's only been forever and a day. Yeah, that's... Yeah, no.
Welcome to the world of tabletop gaming, where half of your experience is postponing games.
Yeah. Hey, we got a new player, everybody, because the other player died. No, he didn't die. Maybe. I don't... Have you heard from Lord Otter in a few days?
Got really dark, really fast.
He had to return to his kingdom of otters.
Oh, that's
yeah.
what
He's dancing. He's dancing with otters.
Oh, that's
he has
weird.
lordly duties to
Listen,
uphold.
dude, he has taken that Lord Otter thing to a new level. Like, I didn't know that was that. Hi, everybody. Oh, good Lord. Dude, I am super excited to be back because last time we kind of left on a cliffhanger, which was absolutely insane. We were pretty sure we were going to die, and then we didn't die, and it was awesome. That was great. I have been devising a plan. Turns out, I don't know if you guys know this, but for those of you who are unaware, you can actually talk to the DM outside of the game. Did you guys know this?
Yep.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hmm.
No, I know.
Hey,
Yeah. It's
as a DM as well, it's preferred.
Yeah.
Helps out a lot.
Prefer my ass.
Helps. Yeah.
I really want to know what you guys are gonna do. Oh God, yeah. So, our character, the Othard. We're gonna say goodbye to Othard tonight. I'm gonna do my best to voice act those parts, as they come up. I think Black Knight. Do you want to roll for him? Are you gonna roll for Othard, or am I gonna roll for Othard if we have to roll? I don't know how all this works. Anyway,
I will if I have to. I will, but him using a biker speak after Tuck is coded. The transmission is like, he can.
So,
Can just like
good deal.
he can talk it. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. Good.
Or you can talk it.
No, I'm not gonna. I am going to voice act as little as possible because I can't hit that. I try. Hey, everybody. So, guys, we do have a new player tonight. Everybody say hello to the man behind the screen. So what's going on? Is that a Wizard of Oz reference? I've been
Sort of.
Okay, I've been wanting.
It's a combination of the man behind the curtain, but the screen is the DM screen because that's what I used to YouTube about.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
When you use like the letters TMBS, it sounds like a mobile missile rocket or like whatever launcher system,
like some kind of fancy ICBM or something.
Yeah, something like that.
TMTS. Wait, TMBTS. Wait, what? So
what is this?
TMBS, right? That's great. So, guys, we do have a new player tonight because Lord Otter had to bow out. So we are going to say goodbye to Othard tonight. Welcome the new character. We won't get too far into that. But I guess we'll get started. Black Knight, give us the recap for last time, and boy, this is gonna be a heavy role play session, and this is gonna be really, really insane. So I guess without any further ado, do we have the game map for Alduin yet, or no?
We have it, but I'm not gonna risk and upload it right now because D20 was giving me trouble. It's like, you don't have enough space. Yeah. I'm like, fuck off.
Space is for commies anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, hey, so what did we do last time? We did some really cool stuff last time. Hey, I remember Trippy and Tuck and I. We didn't die. Othard was also there. He also did not die. That was cool.
It was insane.
That was terrifying.
Because
I legit thought we were gonna die.
I moved you to the medium map because I had to delete this one. But what actually happened was that after successfully crippling that that modified Tazaran dropship, you boarded it and you engaged in a
What the hell happened?
fierce
Somebody just left. Who left?
battle with
Looks
the
like Sable
Corsairs.
disconnected.
Oh, and my screens are all messed up because Gilded is being stupid.
Oh, apparently it restarted on my end. That's what happened. My apologies.
Yeah, it happens with Gilded. It happens.
Well,
So-
my apologies. So real quick,
Don't
I gotta go move my wife's car because her parents are coming.
Oh, well,
I'll be right back.
Have fun
Mhm.
moving the car. All right.
So, it was quite a harrowing experience. You at the beginning of it, you even thought that they would, like, the Corsairs would actually kill you because they were fucking killing you. They were fucking killing you.
When
But
Trippy
this
was
is
like,
this
hey,
is
maybe we should leave. I was like,
oh shit.
I was like, I don't, maybe, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, that
Great
was,
verse, but we gotta act together.
dude, when
Yeah.
Trippy was even role playing his crazy ass hamster, who is crazy, like, hey boss, maybe we should leave, and I'm like, fuck, even Trippy's not down with what's about to happen.
Crazy is like the natural state of
Yeah,
the uplifted terra hamsters.
when the hamsters just,
they're just wholesome about it. They're just like, okay, it's fine.
right, like,
But-
everything about that was just,
But
it was fucking crazy.
I distinctly remember that you fought one of their like holsters, which is equivalent to a bosun, and you managed to kill him and the rest of his crew, minus the 3 pilots, which you already killed in space. And I remember also Trippy throwing like a stun grenade, stunning one of them, and then Altered just picking that dude up and just lugging him across the corridor and crushing into like.
He used one guy as a baseball and the other guy as the catcher, and it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. So you did like an inventory of what's like the battle loot was, like how much fuel they had in their like storage.
Oh yeah, did somebody write down the
cells.
fuel? I wrote down weapons.
I gave you everything, like, so. I think you wrote
did you
it
talk
down.
about fuel? Because I wrote down weapons. I wrote down salvage, item salvage. There's money. I don't
Should
see,
be.
I don't
Should
see fuel
be.
on here. Oh well. Either way, that's all right.
So
we'll catch
that's
that.
considering the fact that you are calling the colonial navy, that's how much fuel there is like inside the storage tank is irrelevant because they will refuel it. They'll like replenish it.
Or they can
so
give it to us for Alduan.
Oh yes, they could. So you got like some swords, some pistols. You I think
My favorite
you
one
used
is the
some of it.
coalition issue Tazaran pulse beam rifle. That thing.
The RPG, which is not a RPG. It's an RPG, a rapid beam gun.
Rapid.
And the Tazarans, actually, this is one of their more infamous weapons. And they, like, other aliens call it the Tazaran messenger.
Right.
It has like it has like a dirty fame because it's in many cases they're using it for like executions and such. So they're not the Tazarans. They're quite ruthless. So
Oh man.
Would you like to call the Navy?
Oh yeah. I guess it's I guess it's about that time. So.
No, I mean call the bikers.
Well,
They all call the Navy.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I gotta do that. Oh, good. I gotta get my. Oh, I haven't practiced the voice today. Ooh, it's gonna be a little rough. It's gonna be a little rough, guys. I haven't practiced the voice today yet. All right. Well, gentlemen, that was a hell of a fight. Well, yet we're not done yet. Is Tuck back yet, or is he not back yet?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I'm back, Captain.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I was. Did you finally get those scanners greased?
Yeah. They're
Yeah. Can I
finally working smoothly again.
It's like what did you do to piss off the gods that get you stuck? I just don't know. Anyway, Tuck, I need you and Othard to send a transmission to the bikers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need you to encrypt it. Othard, send this message to the bikers. This is Captain Elgin Olgan of... Oh, God, I can't even remember. Why am I blanking on it? Of Alduin, the Seeker. Fuck me, sideways. Okay. This is Captain Elgin Olgan, Captain of Alduin, the Seeker shuttle of the Dysentery. We request a meeting with your commanders from the bikers and the Colonial Navy. We have something here that will change the tide of our fight in this sector of space. Please come and hear what we have to say. And then... Oh, get right on that, Captain. Because I have to be Othard now.
Yeah, that's a pretty good voice.
Yeah, I tried. It was close. Was I at least close to him?
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah. It was.
That was really hard. So, all right.
Know that feeling.
Yeah.
Welcome to being a DM.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, yeah, get that sent off, and we will call the bikers and the Colonial Navy here. So, I also have to pull up the private donation link just in case anybody decides that they want to help out with rolls tonight. So, all right. So, do you have to roll computer use for encryption? Probably. That's nice.
Yeah. Most probably.
Can I?
I was just waiting for the order.
It's good. It's a good thing to roll it. Yeah.
I have one
So
reroll
that-
left,
that-
and if his encryption doesn't go well, can I gift my reroll to him?
Well,
Maybe?
before you do that, can I ask if he can improve my chances with a little bit of inspiring speech or something like that?
Yeah. He can.
Oh crap! I don't. You know what? I forgot to open. I forgot to open my character journal.
Oh yeah.
Crap.
Here. What the
Yeah.
heck?
I
Oh, man,
completely
it's been a
forgot.
while since I played
Yeah.
this game.
Oh yeah, no, I could totally forgot to open up my
We
character.
can add whatever he adds.
Yeah, and it is
God
that
damn
wouldn't be
it.
the Ostla, would it? Or no, it would be the. Come on, there we go. There we go. Why is it running so slow? This is what we get.
I don't know.
Oh my god, this
I
is
don't
gonna be
know.
terrible. Got a new guy. Leader captions. So I can just use my leadership, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the leadership.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm still going to
Yeah, I'll
need
just use
that
my
anyway.
Leadership skill improves the performance of all ship's crew, and I'm only at the first level, so
Unless I'm allowed to take 10. I don't know if that's allowed.
or plus one to morale bonus
yeah,
to one
you
chosen
could.
skill check. So you get a plus one from it.
Yeah. You could, or you could use your captain's role. I will allow it.
I mean, if we take 10, then it's an 18, which is pretty good encryption. Adequate, at least.
Yeah. If you take 10, then the Zarans will also take 10. You choose. You choose.
What do you think, Captain?
Yeah, it's your choice, guys. Always giving you the choice.
I don't like it. Not that low.
Because if I take 10, then it's 18, but they take 10 as well.
Yeah.
Then it's a battle of bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if I use my leadership skill, which gives you a +1 to your morale, and tactics wouldn't work here, would it? Would tactics
No.
work?
No.
Yeah, that's why it wouldn't work here. Oh God. And I don't remember
If you remember that the mainframe of Oldon also gives you bonuses.
Oh yeah, but we didn't write all of those down because there were so many of them. There was. I remember that we didn't write those down.
Didn't?
No, because we were going through it. We're like, oh yeah, we got to get to this a little later, and I don't think we ever did.
Because that was one of the things we forgot that
we were going to talk about it off stream, and then we did that thing where we didn't talk.
Yeah. Not talking is bad.
Yeah,
okay.
We completely blanked on that. So
because he's got so many. Like, I need a printer so I can just print out what these. So what bonuses does he get? So I'll use my leadership skill. So you'll get a +1.
Yeah, it's when you're connected to the mainframe and you're using the mainframe on the ship, you get a +3.
It looks like. Yeah,
+3. Yeah.
Okay, so
most of the bonuses were +3 because this is like a fucking ancient marvel of Zentary engineering.
So we're at +4 already.
Yeah.
So we're at a 14 just with bonuses from leadership and Alduin. I don't know if I like that.
Well, no. If I take 10, it's 10 onto what I rolled. Oh, it's 10, not 3, because I rolled a 3 there.
Oh.
So it would be 21. If my math is correct.
But
if I take 10.
It also gives them 10?
They take 10 as well, which is, again, it's a battle of bonuses. So all that needs to happen is that my bonuses are higher than theirs.
And we're speaking in the highest form of biker speak, which is just another layer of encryption. So
this is like
that's what
this is like the during World War II in the Pacific Theater.
Yeah,
the
Navajo code talkers.
The Navajo code talkers. Yes.
They were badasses too. Those guys. Oh, anyway, we won't get on that. God, those guys were so cool. So encrypt it the best. All right, encrypt it the best you can, and Othard, give it the deepest biker speak that you can to make sure that they can't break that code.
All right, Captain. So that would be a 21 computer check when 10 is taken.
Oof. 21 computer check.
Okay.
We
that's pretty good.
I'm not going to tell you how like what the roles of my NPCs are. So basically you spend a day there hiding in that system until the ship arrives, or the ships. You have no idea. Maybe like the Navy will come and they will give the bikers a lift, or maybe it will be vice versa. You have no idea. But the message was received, and you get like you get a typical Terran like coded response, which is just like a bunch of garbled code. But since you have like a specialist on board, and that's Tuck. He's a scout, and he knows that's what scouts do when they're acting as system operators on starships. Like they have their own little like quote unquote random bits of code, which to them means everything. To those who try to like decode the transmission, it would be just like a garbled bunch of numbers and shit. And it's embedded in his coding when he sends a message. So yeah, you get them. You get like the return. You know that the message was received and understood, which is like a variant of what they did when they were using early radio over and
Right.
out.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So you spend the day. You use the time to fix some of your items, and if I remember correctly, you disassembled part of the guns, like some of the pistols and shit, to upgrade your.
Well, wait,
your,
that was a question that I wanted to talk with the guys, because guys, we did get some pistols on that last, and we got 4 beam pistols. Is what I have written down.
I thought everyone agreed, and you already did it.
Yeah.
Did you guys all agree for me to disassemble a few of the pistols to upgrade my pistol?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think we're good on weaponry right now.
Yeah, I was like,
has everything it needs.
I wouldn't have changed it. I wouldn't have touched the equipment if they didn't say they were okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of our equipment's already really good.
So Royce, by the way, I just sent a message in the chat about Othard, so you can use that too.
Oh shit. God, if I can pull that up right now, because that's kind of a pain to do. Let's see.
Okay, I can
Right,
whisper it.
I got it. I can see it. I just want to make sure it doesn't blip out anything. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Captain, I have something that I'd like to talk with you about. What is it, good sir? Well, I just received a message, and it's a chance to join another biker club, but it's going to take me to Mars. Huh. Well, that's definitely some news that I wasn't expecting today. We've been through a lot. I would suspect that means you will no longer be able to engineer on Alderaan. That's right, Captain. Well, I don't think that it would be right of me to try to keep you here against your will. You've done right by me the entire time, and you've gone above and beyond. When hopefully the bikers show up, you will be officially relieved of duty here on Alderaan to go and pursue your future. I really do appreciate everything that you have done for us, Othard. Thank you, Captain. The feeling is mutual.
I'd offer to, fix up your bike, but I'm more afraid that I'd wind up stuck coming with you.
Please, for the love of God, don't go in the bike. Yeah, the captain's already losing one guy. We probably don't need him to lose 2, especially for something like that. Just stay out of small spaces for the time being, please.
No promises.
The hell do you mean? No, never mind. God, did we bring beer? Did we get beer? I don't.
Let me check.
I don't remember if we had any. Oh, all right. Cool. That was hard to act 2 parts at the same time.
And now you realize
Welcome to what it's like to GM.
Oh God.
So
You did really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, you did. So
What to think about how his cadence is. It's not just like making up my own voice. It's like, how did he say that? How would he say that? That was anyway. All right. So we send the message.
So you did you used some of the salvage and disassembled some of the guns to reuse them. I also understood that Captain Elgin would be grabbing the enemy, the Tazaran Corsair's particle beam rifle as a spare weapon in case he needs to use it.
Well, it's a coalition issue, so
it's brand spanking new.
Yeah. Did you say, by the way, that you went into my equipment and upgraded my particle beam pistol already?
Yeah.
Or no. Okay.
I think I did.
Okay, so you already. I don't need to do that. I just want to be very clear.
No, because we talked about we had a couple of
we did
chats.
Yep.
And I asked the other players, and they were okay.
Okay. Nope. I just
want. Yeah. Well, it was super easy.
Yeah. No.
It was really easy.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that so the Talon beam pistol looks like a +2 to weapon focus.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so not a whole lot changed on that one. That's good. Okay, nope. I just want to make sure. Familiarity points.
It's
that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Nope. Just want to make sure. Sweet. Because I don't want to screw up and be like, oh, I'm going to go add points to this, and then you're like, no, what are you doing? It's called cheating, Black Knight. That's what I'm doing. Anyway.
Yep. So, the thing that you can do now with the pistol is you can use overcharge mode, which is the special attack that most advanced particle beam weapons can perform. I mentioned it when you got the rifle. You can. We don't need to look at it now. So.
Nope, totally fine.
So you rest some. You do some inventory of the supplies that you got, and probably you siphon the fuel. You siphon whatever fuel you want, from the extra tanks on the dropship into Odeon. From what I can see here, the fuel in the tanks was 46 points of fuel. So do whatever you wish with it.
46 points of fuel.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's a decent amount of fuel.
Well, that's basically them running on fumes. Because this is a carrier vessel. It had 3 starfighters.
Oh yeah.
It had to surface refuel the starfighters and fly too. So
sweet.
That's they've been here for a while. And if you remember from the loot inside, the most of the crates were empty. They were out of ammunition, no missiles for the starfighters, etc. So.
Well, I think we're
Pirate life. Pirate life is it's all fun and games when you run out of ammo and fuel.
Oh, we did get
food.
one metal shield. What would that benefit anybody? Would the metal shield do anything?
Well, that's a old school metal shield. You can hold it I don't think any of you uses one.
Oh,
I've had I've had some characters who like to use it, but some it worked for them for their play style, maybe not for yours, because you have lots of weapons that you are constantly changing the weapons. Okay. And it will be in your it will be in your way, pretty much. So on the second day, after you send the message, you get comms link, and a couple of minutes later, a starship exits hyperspace, and it's not a huge starship. It's a Terran Colonial Navy starship. It's a modified, small cargo ship, one of the old ones, but it's like super modernized and it's really maneuverable and painted navy blue. It has a couple of insignias on it. One of the insignias is the Colonial Navy's Marine Corps insignia, which is, if you know, you are like, it looks a bit like a stylized one of these stylized special ops unit patches. It's red. It has a sword and a rifle crossed, and like a helmet of a spacesuit, and it has the motto of the Space Marines, which is in space we conquer.
That's freaking cool.
And another there is another like shield on the ship, similar to Marines, which is the morale officer one. And this starship is it's designed to board other ships, and you can clearly see that because it has a boarding arm on each side. It's like they are mechanical arms, like mecha arms, and they are folded near the hull because they are not being in use right now. But with these arms, the ship can actually bash other ships. They can pretty much crush starfighters and like punch shit.
Space mech is what that is.
Yeah.
Outlaw Star?
Yeah. It's exactly like Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star.
Quite similar. Quite similar.
Grappler ship.
That's a cool.
Yeah.
But
that's fucking cool.
Also, you can notice that there are breaching pods, heavily armored breaching pods on the hull in their launching bays, and they launch straight out of the hull. And of course, grappling cables. Like the ship is it's not like super heavily armed, although it has like more than enough of like turreted railguns, 50mm turreted railguns, and point defense cannons. But that's it. They don't have like heavy torpedo launchers or anything. They're just like stocked to the brim with Marines and Star Troopers.
That's cool.
And well, what can I say? You called for it. A second ship hypers after, which is the heavy transport ship of Glass, the Space Biker. And there are a couple of smaller dropships surrounding it, like a squadron worth of them. They are hauling on cables. They're hauling behind them like assault pods, which are similar to the pods that the ship has. So you can assume that they are like jam-packed with bikers.
They're getting ready to do some shit.
Yeah. So
oh my god.
So I mean, you just told the Navy, "Ooh, guys, there is a free ship over there. We just have to capture it." And on top of that, we have like a Trojan horse that we know exactly where the ship is. We can.
I told him that we have something that's going to turn the battle in this part of space. I didn't say we had a ship yet. But I mean,
yeah, you mentioned that there is a ship.
I'm assuming that they see my ship sitting right next to another ship, and they're probably going, Like, what? This is a precarious. So if I would really love to radio them and let them know all is well, just send out a transmission, let them know. Gentlemen, thank you for making the journey.
Will do.
I have quite an interesting turn of events, and we'll talk more in person when you board. Because I want them to know that, you know, not to shoot us, because we are definitely sitting next to a Tazaran ship, and I didn't tell them why they were coming here. I just asked them to show up. I didn't think about that.
For some reason, I assume that you have like sent them information that they have.
No, not over an encrypted channel. No, I wanted to be cryptic as fuck. Because in case the Tazarans hacked our shit and broke the biker code.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to tell them all that. Like,
obviously,
I want the Tazarans to know that we have one of their ships and we're planning on using it as a Trojan horse, because then that gives them leeway to, you know, not
look out for that.
You know?
So the name of the ship is INS Space Hopper.
Sweet.
And like just old Terran ships, they have their like nose art.
Just like
in this case,
just like the old school bombers.
it's like the old bombers. Yeah. In
Cool.
this case, it's like it's a grasshopper, but like black black grasshopper, which has like is armed to the teeth, has a Star Marine armor, and is armed with a shield and a battle axe. It's like on his back there are a number of weapons, like looted weapons, and it has a smiley face. So yeah, that's the ship. So I don't have to tell you how Glass's starship looks like, because last time I've described it. It's the same ship. You know that it was chock full of ammunition. Perhaps because it's not that far away from the point that they were. They probably took some time to unload the stuff, because otherwise they wouldn't have like the space for the loot. But that's Space Pocket. So you can contact them, and you are given permission to land on the INS Space Hopper with the captured ship.
All right. Alduin, prepare them to board. Make sure airlocks are good. Gentlemen, let's go over to the airlock and get ready to greet our friends. It's only fair.
Aye, Cap.
All right. And then I just want to make the airlocks sound because that's what airlocks sound like to me. Just and then there's just dudes. What?
Well, you land in the hangar bay of the ship. It's highly modified. There are like a couple of
where's
maybe
the Tazaran just ship that we just captured? Where is that? Did we tow it with us?
Yes, you towed it with you, and it lands inside. They grab it with tractor beam when you enter the hangar.
Okay, cool, sweet.
So as soon as you are inside, the ships get out of the system, because you were lucky that the Tazaran Corsairs did not send any more like patrols here. Yeah, you leave the ship. You get to get through the dialogue, exit, and you're greeted by a couple of colonial troopers. One of them is a marine, and he looks maybe 80-ish. Has the rank of Commodore. He's wearing the marine jumpsuit, and has like a bunch of scars, which
we're greeted by a fucking Commodore.
They were like, and he's holding a cat, a very old cat, a really old cat, and he looks like all smiley and calm. Is not like really huge. As a person, he's probably a little bit on the shortish side.
I want you to know this. I'm putting in my notes. We are greeted by a Commodore holding a cat. That's how I'm writing this in my notes. I just for context.
Yeah, it's a black cat, but it's really old, so you can see that.
Fuckers in my games, I tried. Cats are everywhere.
No, I kid you not. I just rolled. I rolled. Because his NPC profile said that needs a pet, so it could have been like a fish, a dog,
could have been a
hamster. No, not a hamster. Like what was that other thing? Sugar glider. Yeah, something like that, or just even a terrarium with ants. Like that, it was just a dice.
So at least it wasn't a goat.
Or maybe it was a goat. It could have been a pig. But yeah, one of these micro pigs, like these.
Oh fuck!
Really.
Is the Commodore a white woman?
No. So he is a little bit on the old side, but not that old. He's probably like past his mid 80s, and he has black hair, gray eyes. Otherwise he would have, like, if he wanted to, he could look quite intimidating, but he isn't. He's, like I said, he's all smiley and calm. And the Marines nearby, they're not even in their full heavily armored exosuits. They're just like wearing normal spacesuits and rifles. And he greets you. His greetings, Captain. It is my honor to meet you finally. And he reaches with your, like, after he salutes you and you salute him back, he reaches with your hand to shake your hand.
Thank you so much for welcoming us aboard, Commodore. It's an honor to meet you.
Commodore Sloan.
Commodore Sloan. I don't know if you noticed, but I brought the Navy and the bikers a little bit of a gift. And if you would hear me out, I have a little bit of a plan that I think everyone here is absolutely going to love. So what do you say we turn the tide of the battle in this sector of space, or the sector of space we were just in?
Yeah. So he
I'm sorry.
He nods.
I do apologize. I forgot to introduce my crew. Over here, this is my specialist, Tuck. Here, I have my grenadier, Roro, He's a little crazy. Keep stun grenades away from him. He gets weird close. This is my engineer, Othard. It's nice to meet you, Commodore. And the ship that we came in on, well, that's Aldewan. That is a seeker of the Dizenthri Empire from long ago. So, gentlemen, this is Commodore Sloth.
He keeps smiling. He's you probably as a you, Elgin, as someone who served aboard starships, maybe not like your starship wasn't a specialized boarding vessel like this one, but you see that the ship is stocked. Like, there are supply crates, and in places where other navies wouldn't stock them, like there are crates bolted to the ceiling and the walls, because their cargo holds are designed like that. And then you can see that like it's full of troops. It's chock full of troops.
Yeah, he's definitely not worried.
And it's you see he greets everyone. He even tries to shake hands with Othard, who offers him a finger because this is like, he's a fucking giant,
little tiny child.
Apologize, I can't be more formal, Commodore.
Yeah, that's he chuckles. He's like, yeah. The cat, he strokes the cat from time to time, but the cat is like he's
old,
asleep.
He's asleep.
Is really old, like really old cat. Yeah, you can see from like after like a few minutes spent in his presence, like you can see that the cat has like little tremors. And when the cat shakes, he kind of like pats it. And he catches your eyes and says, well, this is Blink. This has been my cat for many years, Captain. And unfortunately, little Blink is nearing the end of his existence. He's dying.
Fuck, now I have to not be a dick about a cat in the game. Shit. Like I was gonna say something like I'm allergic or just come up with some bullshit line, but no. Like,
good riddance.
Yeah. Fuck that cat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm. Fuck. I'm sorry to hear that, Commodore. I know it's tough to lose a friend, no matter whether it's on the battlefield or in the home. Friends are never something easy. Friends are never easy to part with.
Especially cats. I mean, hopefully he's not going to pull what my cat did. It's
talk.
you know, when my cat, she decided that instead of going out on her own, I don't think she could move, so she just kind of up and died next to me. So
talk. Not the time. That's not.
Woke up with a.
No.
That's not the time. Why are you talk? As you can see, we don't have much.
Wait a minute, was that a social faux pas, as they would say?
That was definitely a social faux pas, as they would say. I am very sorry, Commodore.
Yeah. The well, while you're exchanging pleasantries with Commodore Sloan, one of.
By the way, Tuck's still smirking.
You fucker. I'm just staring at you like, what the fuck?
I'm just talking. I'm trying to make light of the situation. It was funny. As a little kid. As a little kid, when you just have a cat next to you. It's funny.
God. Please go. Tuck, aren't there some systems on Alderaan that need to be checked?
So
he thinks about it.
Yeah.
Tuck, I would really
Maybe.
I would really love for you to double check the systems on Alderaan and make sure that they are ready. Please. That would very much mean a lot to me.
You can do it remotely through your PDA.
No, he cannot. He
I mean,
cannot.
I mean, I could do it remote. I could do it. Oh no! And you start just shoving me, Othar, just like giant hands, and just so like.
I'll go help him, Captain.
Get the fuck out! Get out!
I'll
go help him and just picks me up by my hand. He just literally picks me up in one hand and just carries me out like that, like Looney Tunes thing where Bugs Bunny is grabbed by like that big guy. He's like, "How did I name him?"
Yeah. So
one hand at your collar, one hand at your ass, thump, 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 kick you out the door.
Oh God! Well, thank you.
So,
I appreciate. Thank you for offering to help him, Othard.
Yeah. So while this happens, one of the more distant doors on the hangar opens and glass enters the hangar together with another human who is dressed in a full morale officer uniform. And he has the patch, like the armband of the naval service, colonial naval service. So he is a colonial navy morale officer.
Glass, it's good to see you again, my friend. How have you been?
Yeah. Glass grins. He's walking around without his power armor.
That's weird.
And he still looks like a beefcake as fuck, like ripped as fuck. Even because before you saw him, like you only saw him inside the power armor, even though he had like the front part open, so you can see him. But now he's just walking around. He's yeah. You can see his legs and like the lower part of his body. He fist bumps you, says, "It's fine. I'm fine." It's like he licks his teeth. I got some more ammo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that might come in handy for what I have proposed.
He winks and he says, When I got the message, it was clear. It was clear that we was going after them corsairs. Like there is no other ship of that size around here. He chuckles. You sneaky you.
Well, it wasn't easy, and it was kind of an accident. We originally were just going to need something to, take some fuel from, to refuel Alderaan, maybe capture a few rations. But once we got on board and we realized what we had with the whole, what are they? The info crystals? Are they called info crystals? What are they called? They're
it's the
data crystals.
The data crystals from their nav computer.
No, I just need to remember the name. Yeah, but once we saw what they had in the data crystals on the nav computer, is when I decided to reach out to everyone here and propose what I'm about to propose. And I think it's something that we'll all quite like. So I guess we shouldn't bury the lead. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. And I look at the morale officer. My name is Captain Elogene Olgan of Alderaan. And who might you be?
Commodore Sloan like waves to some like random marine and then points at the morale officer and says, "Yeah, Captain, this is our specialist morale officer," and he like gently nudges like him forward.
Hello, Captain Ogun. Pleasure to finally meet your acquaintance. I've heard some interesting stories about your previous encounters over the last few months. He extends a hand out to you. Officer Tobias Hark.
Pleasure to meet you, and hopefully what you've heard doesn't say too much about me. There were some hard fought battles in there for sure. So
I don't doubt it for an instant. Particularly seeing what I've seen here today.
Well, as long as everything goes well, I think what we see in the next coming days is going to be even more than what you've heard. So, gentlemen, shall we get down to the brass tacks?
Yes, indeed. Commodore Sloan says, "Would you follow me to the ship's CAC?" And he walks.
All right, and we go to follow.
Yeah, you follow him. While you're walking through the ship, on your way to the command and control, you can have like some banter, exchange some banter.
All right. I am assuming at this point, Othard has probably taken his leave with the bikers. All right, so I send a message on my PDA to Othard and tell him, goodbye, and I appreciate all his work. I look over. Roro, if Tuck comes in that room, please, for the love of God, get him out of there. So.
Meanwhile, Tuck is actually helping Othard.
I appreciate the help, Tuck. Thank you. I know the captain's rather busy, but I do appreciate.
Yeah, I just thought I'd lighten the mood with a childhood story. Though, admittedly, I'm not the social type, as they would say. It sucks that you're like, leaving, but I heard Mars is nice, so.
Oh yeah.
Well, and hopefully we'll see what the future brings. Hopefully it's something good.
Hopefully you get to blow things up.
Commodore Sloan heard that and he chuckles. He like while he's walking, he turn his head, like semi-turned his head back and says, "Oh, you better believe it."
Oh, don't encourage him.
You're talking about blowing shit up near like around Marines.
Yeah,
and not just any Marines. Like colonial Navy, Space Marines. It's like, come on.
So talking of blowing things up, color me shocked.
Roro, it seems you've found a place that you quite fit in.
See, you're the only one that doesn't like explosives. Everyone loves explosives.
I never said I didn't like explosives.
Boom, boom.
I never said that I didn't like explosives.
You get the better.
I don't like explosives everywhere. Like,
boom.
When we're in the bar having a beer.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. Well. All right. Have we reached the meeting room yet?
Yes. You reach one of the most defended parts of the ship, which is the CAC. It has heavily armored doors, it has turrets, and of course manned turrets, because automated can be hacked, so the turrets are manned. And of course, a lot of fully decked Star Marines in their signature heavily armored exosuits with their integrated weapons and their two-handed melee weapons. And the gates close behind you, and this is a nice hall fitted with all sorts of systems and electronic equipment. There are different stations, many different stations, like about 12 stations. Most of them are manned. It's full of extra scanning stations and electronic countermeasure, electronic warfare stations, etc. This is the place, the heart of the ship where you fight the electronic war before the actual battle begins and like during the battle. And it would seem that from the amount of stations, it would seem to you, Captain, that this starship has more like extra systems, so it could be really effective in this line of duty. And also you have nice hollow table, which is used for planning different operations with hollow screens, with extra computer ports for PDAs, etc., which is not connected to the main systems in any way.
Right.
Meaning that you could plug in probably compromised data crystals or other,
and they won't infect the rest of the system.
Yeah. They are not like nobody's that stupid. So you gather around the table. He sits. The Commodore sits, and he has a small bed. One of his soldiers brings it. It's a like hand woven ricket basket with blankie folded inside, and he gently places the cat.
This is getting funnier.
And he's like he calls one of his officers, who is the bosun of the ship, one of the 3 bosuns of the ship. He is the chief bosun, and this is like huge burly man with red hair and a long beard. He has shades. He has sunglasses, really old sunglasses, and he's not wearing the bulky exosuit. He's just like in marine uniform, and his hands are huge. His huge hands are entirely covered with tattoos. And he doesn't sit. He stands to the left of the Commodore, and the morale officer, which is by morale office rules, he stands at attention behind the Commodore, because the Commodore is still his commander. One thing I should mention is that there is a difference. It's a small difference, but the morale officers who serve in the infantry, when they stand at attention with their hands behind their back, they stand on a different side than those who are from the Navy. So the Commodore smiles again. What do you have for me, Captain?
Well, I have for you a Tezoran dropship. They tried to set up an ambush. They sent out 3 small fighters. We knew that we were going to be ambushed based off of the debris and the heat signatures that it was giving off. So myself and my crew decided that, like all good men would do, we'll spring the trap. And we did. We eliminated the 3 fighters. My fantastic, although ill-spoken, specialist tracked down their ion trail signature, and we saw ourselves the Tezoran dropship. From there, we had it in our minds that we would use this Tezoran, we would capture this Tezoran dropship, grab the fuel, grab anything else on it, and possibly use it as, a little bit of extra storage to tow around with us, or maybe even just an extra ship to kind of get around in case, we didn't want to waste fuel on Alderaan. However, once we got onto the ship, it was the fight of our lives. Very quickly, we realized that we were going to be knocking on death's door, and had it not been for my Asgardian biker friend, we probably would have. He made a few choices there that absolutely saved us. Upon looking at the data crystals, we came across invaluable information that I think everyone here would be interested in. We found the location of the Tezoran corvette ship, the Smoke Dragon. We know where it is. And we are hoping that we can use this ship, this dropship, as a means to perform a raid on the Tezoran corvette and turn the tide of battle in this part of space.
The chief bosun, he raises an eyebrow and he smirks. He gives the Commodore a look, and after this one nods back at him, the chief bosun says, "Well, Captain, we here at the Star Marines, we don't do raids. We capture shit."
Well, language aside, I think we all have the same idea. And in addition, once we realized that there was a Tezoran corvette in the system, we realized that the spaceport we're headed to, well, it would be much harder to free all the slaves over there if there was a Tezoran corvette just waiting in the wings ready to show up. So, what I would like to do is I would like to offer up this Tezoran dropship as a means for you to use against the corvette as somewhat of a Trojan horse, as well as ask in return, if we're able to capture it, the help of the Colonial Navy and the bikers, freeing the space station and the slaves.
Glass, he claps.
Do I need to roll a diplomacy
little
check?
hands? If you start to bargain about something, then you don't need to convince Terrans to free slaves and rape slavers to shit. Like they
because
they are just Oh yes.
Because I'm getting ready to bargain. Because I'm getting ready to bargain here. Because I got two big asks that I'm getting ready to do.
So Glass claps and he says, didn't I tell you, Commodore? This is that null 39 sheet hole, which they sell, which pretty much every fart-faced fuck selling their slaves there. And the Commodore nods and he turns to address the morale officer and asks, Inspector Tobias, what do you think be the best course of action in this case, provided we are successful at using the dropship as a Trojan horse and successfully enter their warship?
Well, it's a bold plan, and apparently not one without historical precedence. I say we give it a shot. Seems like too valuable an opportunity to pass up, if you ask me. Of course, that's just one man's opinion. The higher-ups in the Navy may agree, they may not, but as far as I'm concerned, the risk seems worth it, particularly for such a grand reward.
He nods. Commodore Sloan asks for the data to be projected on the hollow of the table.
Before we go over the data, I would like to ask one thing, as it would greatly help my crew.
There it is.
Well, all I ask is that, as we give you the ship, because it is going to be highly beneficial to us, we have some work done to Alderaan. Although he is a fantastic ship from the days of old, it's still the days of old. His thrusters aren't exactly up to modern standards, and great as Alderaan is, he may end up not being quite fast enough in the future if we ever need him in that case. And two, the data on the ship, we almost lost our lives for that. So all I ask is that, as is the galactic law, we keep what we kill, and in addition for that, a small fee of 10% of whatever we get from the Corvette. 10% of whatever the Navy and the bikers get, we're able to as payment.
Okay. You could roll a diplomacy check now,
Yeah,
and the Commodore the Commodore will roll.
Oof.
Okay. So the Commodore listens carefully. He nods. He says, "Yes, those are reasonable demands, Captain. What I would offer to you is, because it's since you're alien, and even though you know our ways, you know the Terran ways, sometimes it is not like from what I see, they may not have a lot in their cargo holds. So what I would suggest, Captain, is during the boarding operation, if you could engage and kill the enemy captain, take the bridge, and make sure that my ship inspirator is there to crush the enemy morale, I will give you 10,000 credits from my own funds. As for the ship, I can compensate you with not one but 2 brand new ship systems for your old one. Would that be agreeable? And he offers his hand.
Not only do I think that is agreeable, I think that is more than acceptable. And I do absolutely accept. Roro, the data crystals, please.
Here you go, Cap.
All right, here you go.
Everyone hands over the crystals.
Okay. The Commodore, again, after you look at the ship, the Smoke Dragon, he displays part of the data that they have gathered beforehand and combines it with what you have provided him. And you can see the enemy ship. It's bigger than this starship, but as you probably know, I think Royce, you rolled knowledge spaceships.
Not last time. No.
No, you didn't. No, you rolled for the dropship. No,
yeah,
no,
I
no.
rolled for the dropship, not for this one. Yeah.
So what you see is like, because the Tazaran Imperium usually paints their warships in green. This is like the navy green of their race.
Right.
But this is a Corsair ship which they have defected. They have left the service. So they have repainted it in red and black with black outlines. And there is a creature which probably in their mythology looks like a dragon. To you, it looks like a coiled worm or something, but to them it probably looks fearsome. And there are like the Tazaran letters, like in Frame speak, like it says space smoke dragon. It does not like it. It looks modernized. It looks recently modernized even. So you can see that from memory, the shape of the hull, it has like some changes, like some new systems added, like the armor plating has been re-angled to compensate probably with the latest Terran weapons. And you look at it, you can roll knowledge starships. Like everyone who has knowledge starships, they can roll. And since this is Star Shatter, you will get different results.
That was a terrible fucking roll.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm looking.
Does anybody have? Does anybody?
I got knowledge vehicles. Vehicles.
I got it.
Okay.
I have knowledge spaceships. Yeah, here.
Oh boy!
Holy fuck!
There you go.
Tuck's ears twitch hearing Ilogene be.
I thought Tuck was away. Didn't we, or did he come with us?
No. 1 second.
Huh?
No, 1 second.
If he came back after seeing Otharad off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or I was going to just say, like, as I was like working around in like the area, I turned on, I hacked into your comms, turned it on just real quick.
He just showed up in the room out of hammer space.
God.
Roro just pulled him out of his back pocket.
Like, all right, so, Captain,
Where the?
just a little note there. You seem to be, what's the word? Doing that correctly. Well, I mean,
Where did he come from? I thought he was Roro. Where did?
I was. I just, you know,
like,
I'm here now.
Magic.
All right. Anyway, just shock. Just when the fuck did the bunny get here? Anyway, okay.
they are not surprised, like the Marines are not surprised. Like,
He came in
a bunny
turned
who
around
is
towards the
also a scout, a stealth specialist, can just like. And also, do not forget, this is a Terran ship. It has the special crawl spaces which the bunnies and hamsters use. Like these are designed with them in mind. So he can pretty much crawl through the entire ship without you knowing where he is.
By the way, did you guys know that there was that they have an actual tiny break room in here for us inside the vents? It's amazing.
Yep. Actually, they do have a lot of like small crawl sleep spaces in the crawl tubes and storage spaces and like medical stations, like emergency medical stations, in case the ship is under siege and you can't reach them.
Yeah, it's like unironically like his own little thing. I said hi to other hamsters on this ship. Like,
yes,
was I able to?
There are also hamsters and bunnies in the ship. Like, it's impossible to have a Terran ship without them.
That statement alone.
So
very friendly.
I will.
So, what can you tell us? It's still just shocked. My confusion. That's why I can't think of the spaceship right now. I'm just like, I thought he was on the anyway.
Aldewan.
So it is a Corvette. It's I'm assuming that he shares that with you, so I don't have to like do some bulky whisper shit. So this is the smallest and easiest to build and maintain capital ship, the Corvette. It's small for the Star Shatter universe, meaning like this one is about 400 meters long. It once many years ago this class, this Tazara class Corvette, it's the class M12, which was designed for heavy front combat duty and fitted with the heaviest particle cannons they could fit on this class. But it is no longer that, so they have like reworked it because the class M12 kind of like fell out of fashion. So standard, they have like a bunch of cannons, turreted particle beam cannons, which are designed to fight similar class vessels and smaller, and of course point defense and maybe missile launchers. And this ship, with all of its modifications, it's exactly that. It's fast, maneuverable. It has a sizable cargo hold, a sizable crew, and it can maintain combat operations for longer times, so longer periods of times. Meaning that they have like these old modifications that it had for extra fuel and extra supplies. They are still there inside the ship. So just straight on tackling with this marine vessel, the marine vessel would eventually win, but it will sustain damage and casualties. However, if someone manages to like hack, let's say, the point defense. And the ship is in the cannons, the main battery. Then the ship will be much easier to deal with. So the crew wise, this ship, it has like few hundred people.
Jeez.
Plus some Star Troopers. And in this case, they are all Corsairs, so there is no distinction between the crew and the Star Troopers. So they're all like a bunch of space trade for space operation soldiers. It's maybe there are a few like this bosun that you fought, Elgin.
Mm-hmm.
But they cannot easily stand against the Marines, because the Marines are much more heavily armored. They have integrated weapons. They have two-handed melee weapons, and they are superior in terms of like space fighting, space warfare, infantry warfare. So they may have some starfighters of the same type that you killed, which those would not be that big of a threat, because this ship cannot carry it's not a carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they had like these modified dropships. I'm sorry. Even though they had these modified dropships, they are not like, this is not a carrier. They have like a few dozen fighters. And probably they've lost most of them.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah. So this one, Tuck, you know that it was fitted with advanced scanning system scanner, which is like long range and more like it provides better data, better scan data, and they have like some basic electronic warfare module, which is nothing to worry about, but they still have it. So the other thing that you realize is that them doing like post redesign upgrades and modifications, like the Corsairs, when they became Corsairs, they removed some of the cannons, which is because the ship was like over armed, if that means something to you guys. You know how some designers, when they don't have like a lot of knowledge how things work in the field, they overdo certain things. Yeah. Like, we're going to build this huge mouse 300 ton tank with a ginormous armor, but like none of the bridges could like suffer it.
Yeah.
And it will just
there was
yeah.
There was, I think, a Swedish ship like that from the 1700s that was built with so many cannons.
The Vasa.
Yeah.
Sank in
It
the
just
bay
like
when they launched it.
tumbled around. It just sank.
They
Because
preserved
the
the whole
cannons.
thing, built a museum
Yeah.
around it. It's really cool.
That's fucking
So
cool.
so the Corsairs did something right. Probably they removed some of the cannons, some of the main cannons, not all of them, of course, but like, let's say a few cannons housed in the aft turrets. They removed them because they probably draw too much power, and the ship could not suffer it. and they replace them with like anti-ship missile launchers.
Oh, that's
which
just wonderful.
Yeah, which is it's like everything can be dealt with. I'm just like giving you the main stuff because you have more information right now than before. And so as far as crew is concerned, let's say that this ship will be overwhelmed when you combine the Marines and the bikers. It will be fucking overwhelmed. It will be overwhelmed. But to actually overwhelm it, you need to sabotage, to disable the cannons, the point defense cannons, and the guns, and probably the shields, so the troops can actually land on the hull, and then they're fucked. Yeah. They're fucked.
Tuck, did you hear that? This mission heavily relies on you being able to do what you do. We will.
It shouldn't be too hard, admittedly. It's not like,
Oh.
This isn't like gonna be terrible for me. I'm pretty sure I can get it, Captain.
Pretty sure?
Yeah. With like, we've seen what happens on occasion, but I will do my utmost
More
best.
than one occasion. More than one.
Yeah.
More
They
than one.
will. They will provide.
Every other.
They will provide. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I was just like no.
Now,
I
what
just-
I need is to figure out a way to, like, simply put, this Corvette's going to have some heavy security. It might be quick. We might need to, like, best I could we might need to spend time trying to, get rid of their cyber chief as quickly as possible, if that's doable. That might be a little less defended.
Our job will be tackling the bridge, but if I understand it correctly, we won't be going in.
It might be in there already.
We won't be going in
Yeah.
on Alderaan. We'll be going in on our captured dropship.
Yep. They will. The Commodore says after you lay about what you know about this ship, this class Duck. He says like, we will assemble a portable electronic warfare system in that ship for you. Don't worry. And we'll have a couple of our CSOPs, and he points back behind him at the crew that is like manning the consoles. He says like a couple of them will come to back you up. So don't worry.
That's fantastic.
So he says again, looks at the morale officer, and he asks, what do you think will be better, getting to the bridge and killing the captain first, or and then conquering their comms with your message? And he smiles. Or start doing it beforehand.
I can see merits to both of them, but the way I see it, if we manage to take out their technicians officer first and disarm their defenses, we can overwhelm that ship in a show of force the Tazarian Empire will not soon forget. Granted, punching a kill team straight to their captain would create quite a bit of chaos, but, well, I've never known the Greenskins to really be able to stand up to us all that well when we've got gumption at our back, shall we say? Given everyone we have here, I'd say we have a lot of gumption.
And
He smiles.
I'm certain if we get into the bridge specifically, you know, I'm certain I could figure it. I'm certain the captain has a few back doors of his own.
Oh yeah, it will be
I don't doubt it.
much easier. Yeah.
Heck, we might get lucky and get a 2-for-1 there.
Plus, if you remember that the Tazarans were trying to delete the information on their mainframe, but you stopped it. So these Corsairs, they might be working with someone else. There might be like some like lots of important data on the bridge. So the Commodore says like this would be a good thing if we could also capture their bridge with all the data intact. In fact, he smiles.
Where are their communications?
I would provide like an additional bonus if you do that, Captain.
We'll be taking the bridge. Tuck.
Yeah?
We're gonna have to play this surgical. I think what we need to do, you and the boys that are gonna back you up, here's what I'm thinking. If you're going to hook us up with a remote system, as we go in, I'll radio in as a Tazar. Obviously, the ship is damaged. We'll make sure it's got just enough to fly. We'll go in. I know Fringe speaks, so I will radio to them and let them know that we're damaged. And we have a message for the captain that only he can hear. At that point, we'll see if Tuck and your boys can start a remote hack, gaining access to their systems. Obviously, we will ask them to start scanning our systems to see what's all down, see if we can't have them do half the work for us. Yeah, I might come up with a better excuse. At that point, we're going to be on a timer. I would imagine it's going to take us, a few minutes to dock? And we'll have the airlocks damaged, so we'll get a few more minutes after that. But once that timer starts, once that airlock opens up, me and the boys that are in that ship are going to be in a hell of a firefight. But if Tuck can do what he can do, we can already gain remote access and shut down the entire ship. How does that sound?
If your man, or should I say, Bunny, can manage that, Commodore, I think that sounds like a fantastic plan, personally.
Yeah, the Commodore smiles again. He says, so probably the first thing would be like slow hack. Very slow hack while you're like lumbering slowly towards the hangar and about to be docked. And then you would like sneak into their systems and be ready to bring down their point defense and their main cannons and hopefully the shields. But just the point defense and the main cannons will be more than enough. Wouldn't that be correct? And he looks at the bosun. The bosun just nods. Yes, sir.
And I can tell them that our life support systems are down, and they'll go down before we're able to dock. And I'm not a specialist, so if one of them could remote into our system, gaining access and help me while I repair our systems, that could help Tuck gain access for the slow hack. Let's have them open up the door for us a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yes, Captain, but you have to be really, really convincing. And you sound like a skilled man. Would you like to test our moral officer here in a game of words? Captain, you say a lie, and he will try to pierce through it. And he
Does he know how to speak
he
French
winks.
speak?
I do indeed.
Fantastic.
Ooh, excellent.
I speak Fringe, Core, and Galactic Common, as it happened.
Well, it's nice to know that there's someone else here who can actually speak the language of the enemy as well. All right. Well, so I look at him and I look at him and I tell him, you know, when I was a lad, my mother used to tell me all the time that I had to sit down, shut up, and not be like that absolutely terrible father of mine, always wanting to go off and chase the stars, but I just couldn't listen. It's not something that I really wanted to do. So, what was that going to be? That would be deception, or that would be...
That would be bluff.
That would be bluff. Where is it? Come on. Open. There we go. Bluff. Why is it to the GM?
See?
That should be open. God, I hate when it does.
It should be, but
Yeah,
I
it's
can
a
see
12.
it.
It's a 12. Sorry.
Yeah, please roll.
Everything
yeah,
should
you
be
know what
open.
to
I
roll.
don't know why it's...
Sense motive.
Yes, indeed.
That's normally what you would counter it with anyway, unless you want me to do something else.
No.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah. Well, this moral officer is quite skilled, and that
Yeah.
is supposed to be like most moral officers are supposed to be skilled in sniffing out deception. Okay, all right. So you easily pierce through that, and the Commodore looks at you, Tobias. What do you think?
He's not a bad liar. But he didn't sell the line about his garbage father well enough.
Well, my father wasn't. Wow.
Would you like to try again, Captain?
Well, I mean, I could. But I have a question. How good of a liar are you?
I'm not a man who typically deals in lies. I can do it. It's just not my preference.
Well, a man who can sniff out a lie has to be a man who can deal in them.
True.
It takes one to know one. So
Well,
what
then.
if I can't? So what if I can't sell the lie? What if I need a little bit of help in our little Trojan horse excursion? How many around here can speak French speak?
I believe it might just be you and I.
The Marines and the Commodore can, but they're not. Like, they have another job.
But here's the thing. We don't necessarily need you to sell the lie on your own. You know, arm ourselves with information as well. Knowledge about the enemy, knowledge about his behaviors, his beliefs, his tactics. The Tazarans, as we all well know, are infamous for not giving a single damn about the lives of their men and caring so much more about the equipment. I think if we change the angle, we might make it more convincing.
Exactly.
So what do we have aboard? What equipment do we have aboard that would be so important to call the captain?
Why, an entire ship. They would never want to give that up. Even a small ship like that one would be too invaluable to them to lose. Something old. I myself have first-hand witnessed Tazaran men fully sacrificed just to save power armor from the field. Cheap power armor, mind you. A full ship? Oh yes. They will go for it.
And maybe, adds the Commodore, maybe you could mention that you might have looted something from from a ship during your pirating operation. Maybe you've stumbled upon a crate full of monies or valuables, or maybe
I mean, if I could make
I
could make a suggestion. What if we just say we found this ship, and on it has information about the legendary Alduin? I'm certain they'd be curious.
The Commodore shrugs and he says, "We can't rely on the notion that these Tazarans possess the same knowledge as beach teams. Maybe something like."
What if we tell them they captured it as N3?
Ooh, that
might
would
work.
be.
There is good thinking, Captain.
Yes, Century sells for a lot of money on the slave markets.
What if we tell them that he's also the captain of an ancient Dezentri ship?
Yeah,
We could use that to spice it up, I think. Pretend that pretend that we don't exactly know what you're talking about, but that it's something.
Yes, they will go for the Zentari alone. The Commodore says. He turns at the bosun. Says, Jack, how much goes a Zentari male in prime condition, prime physical condition, on these the local slave markets? And he's like the marine frowns. He grumbles, but he obeys the order. He kind of swipes a couple of times over his PDA, punches the holo keyboard, and projects a list. And on top of the list is the same shithole colony base, which is in the Null Star system, which you are planning to eventually capture, the Null 39. And there it says that a male Zentari costs about 9,500 Tazaran decades.
I guess I
Which
don't.
is,
I guess I don't.
it's not cheap. It's not cheap. They can buy, they can probably buy a few starfighters if they sell you.
Well, it sounds like we have a reason to get the captain down. I want his specialists right behind him. So how do we get his specialists at the opening of that airlock?
The Commodore thinks. He says, maybe you could.
So we can start the
lie. Yeah. You'll start the hack much before that. But if you try to lie to the captain and convince him or her to come to the hangar, it may get suspicious. So yes, indeed, you're using this deception to simply allow your Trojan horse and indeed your system operators more time to do the hacks and eventually, hopefully, get inside the hangar. And from there, well, you know what to do. And he looks at Tobias. You've done it before.
I'll make sure it's done again.
Well, it seems like we have ourselves a little bit of a plan here then. So it's set. In order to sell the lie. Well, let's take ourselves a little video of me in capture. And we'll rig it up to the camera feeds. The cameras of the ship can be dead. But if they want to see inside the ship, they can see a little pre-recorded video of me captured. So
Yes, and the Commodore says, yes, and the one of the best things in this situation is that we have a moral officer who is an expert in making all sorts of hollow footage, and indeed can make it quite professional.
Yes, I think with a little bit of help from your tech officer, we could certainly make something very convincing.
yeah. It was Tobias, correct?
That's right.
Well, I don't know if it's been said out loud yet, but it sounds like we're going to be on this Trojan horse together.
We certainly are.
Oh. Well, good to meet you, I guess.
And here I should mention that everyone who is a Terran, you know how efficient and effective the moral officers are, and you also know that they do not grow trees; they are somewhat rarish. But you have more of them than your enemies, and yours are better. So there were like, I mean, you who are born Terrans, you know at least a few cases, a few instances where just like the presence of a moral officer saved like at least hundreds of lives. It turned tides of battles, achieved the impossible, pretty much.
Well, what preparations do we need to do? How long is this going to take us to get ready?
Oh, a few hours, Captain.
A few hours.
We mustn't waste time. We in case that these Tazaran corsairs have friends, or they decide to go on another slaving raid, we mustn't give them that chance. No. We're here. We are ready. We have the troops. We have the Trojan horse. This is the best time for action. It's now or never, says the Commodore.
Well, I guess I have a little video that I have to shoot. Glaz, I have a list of things that I'm going to have to pick up from you. Although, I might be a little short on cash, but I've got a few other things I might be able to trade you if you're interested with some of the Tazaran junk that we picked up.
Glaz, he's been doing calculations on his PDA, And when you and Commodore reach that like agreement, and you shook hands, he showed him his calculations, and the Commodore, like he is like he looks at, like, studies the calculations like for a few seconds, and he then nods, obviously agreeing with whatever it was. And it's just like a list of numbers and code names, almost like product names that it to you as a captain, it looks like a list of purchase. And that he's selling to him, and he says, when you say that what you just said,
Yeah.
glass like grins. He's like, yes, no problem. The Commodore stands. He looks at each of you, and then points at his chief bosun, Jack, and he says, "You, if you wish something like supplies wise, maybe munitions, maybe a couple of spare power packs, ask Jack." And you, Captain, he examines like your gear with a knowing eye. He looks at your belt, sees the looted Tazaran pistol, grins because it's a vintage pistol. He smiles again when he looks at your Jarjet assault rifle. But then he looks as if looking like for a melee weapon, for a longer melee weapon. Apart from your dagger, he doesn't see any, and he asks, "Might I ask you a personal question, Captain?"
Well, it depends how personal, Commodore. We just met.
He smiles again. He's like, well, personal as far as weapons go."
As I said, we just met. No. Now I'm just kind
Stop
of
flirting with him, god dang it. This is
I apologize.
we're serious, Captain.
I apologize, Commodore. I felt we needed a little bit of levity to the situation.
That's what I tried, but he got all mad at me.
The man's cat. Never mind. We're not getting into that. What? That's a very. What would you like to ask, Commodore?
Where is I know much about the Zentari, and I can see that you have a dagger, but where is your sword? Have a sword?
Well, I had a sword. If you know anything about Dezentri culture, you happen to know that the women on my home planet are, what's the word I use? Crazy bitches. And in order to get away from quite a handsy young woman, the sword wasn't that much to lose, to be perfectly honest. So I decided not to go back for it.
He nods understandingly. Says, I might have something for you. If you would follow me to the armory, Captain.
I would be grateful. Tuck, Roro.
Yep.
Get with Jack and make sure you guys stock up on any sort of ammo that you need. Also, Glaz, can we pick up personal shields for Tuck, myself, and, well, I'm not sure if our friend the morale officer here is going to need one, but we're going to need personal.
I've already got one, sir.
Oh, fantastic. So myself and Tuck will need those personal shields, and then
we can deal with the selling of the loot of the looted weapons between the sessions.
Right, and then I have a few
you will
things.
have enough money for
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Take care of what needs to take care of, and I'm gonna follow the Commodore here, and when I get back, I guess we have to shoot a little video of me captured. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, when you laugh like that, Roro, it just makes it weird. I don't.
Oh, I have a little plan to make it really convincing.
I really. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right.
I just need to craft
Well, that
one
just made it
funny
sound
thing.
even weirder.
A Commodore. Like, can we get out of here before my handsy friends decide to get even more handsy?
Yes, for sure. He picks up the cat and leads you out of the CIC into a small elevator, which leads to a corridor that is again heavily defended. And at the end of this corridor, like one of the doors is opened with his personal code. And it's a smaller room which has like a bunch of crates, containers, and such. There is an armor stand, which you see a lighter spacesuit on it. It's not like something that the Space Marines, not the Space Marines, the Star Marines, are would be going into battle in, but still, it appears to be fitted with a cloaking shield. This suit. He how should I put it? He kind of like bats the suit, the glove or the left glove of the suit, and leaves the cat on the padded inside of the suit, like where your legs would be, like
right.
And leaves the cat there. Goes to one of the crates, opens it, unlocks it, produces like a long vibro sword from it, places it in your hands, locks the crate, and it looks old. It looks like this is probably one of the Terran tradition that you are aware of, that they take old swords, like really old historic swords, they nano reforge them into megasteel weapons, and they fit them with vibro cells, so they make them vibro weapons. So they take a very old sword, maybe something from the 12th century or something like that, and this is like probably one of the first long swords. It looks really old. It has like Terran letters on it, from a language that you have no idea what that language is. It almost looks runic writing, and it has a nice guard, but like a white patty guard, which is normal for modern like space age vibro weapons. But you can see that they had to compensate with the overall design of the sword and like shorten the parry guard, because it would otherwise intrude in your slashing. So the sword can be wielded with two hands or with one hand. You know the rules. Therefore, you could like have your pistol in one hand and the sword in the other, or just like holster the pistol and swing it with two hands. It's like the Sloan points and like this was one of the newer Nordic swords forged back in the day from a very special steel. And he points at the letters and he says, like, this is like, you know what it reads?
I can't say that I do, but it's not a language that I recognize.
Yes, it's Nordic, it's runic. It says Ulfricht, who was once a brother of an olden smith named Ulfbert, who was quite famed for making really tough, strong swords in the olden days.
Oh, this is a beautiful sword. Why would you be showing it to me, Commodore? I assume not just to show off what you have here in your private storage room.
Is like, you see, this was my brother's sword, and fortunately my brother is no longer with us. I've been looking for someone to give the sword to, but that certain someone would have to be rather friendly with the Terran Minarchy. I can't just like offer the sword to anyone.
Well, I would be honored to, at least for this battle, wield it in this battle. And maybe say after that, we go from there.
Yes, I will. He pats you on the back. He says, "Good. Slay the captain of that corsair ship. Doesn't matter who he or she is. Kill them, best them. At least that's what my brother's last words were. He was defeated in a most insidious way because he was quite the swordsman. And instead of actually fighting him, they poisoned him with a bioweapon. And indeed, it wasn't the Tazarans, because Tazarans, vile as they are, they hate bioweapons. They are not in the business of using them, because they know what will happen after that. So, indeed, it was the Yarn who killed my brother. It was one soul huntress, one of their priestesses, and he actually spits on the floor. Disgust.
I will be right back. I have to go to the bathroom really bad.
Yes. I think we should do like a short bio break and then wrap up, because I have to get up early tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah. It's already tomorrow, but
well, yeah, for you.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have to go to the hospital and
Check on your dad.
yeah.
well, let's do it this way. I can stick around and hang out with the chat for a second, because I want to ask the chat what they think about our little plan here. And And then as people break out and come back, I will leave here in a second. Go to the bathroom. Yeah. So, man, behind the screen, you're kind of coming in at a pretty heavy moment. What do you think?
Perfect time for a morale officer to join the crew, sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
The
is
best time.
Yeah, this is pretty nuts. So yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I will and I want to see what the chat thinks of this session because this was really fucking fun, dude. I like this, like getting a plan together and figuring out how we were gonna do it, and I was like, I really, really, really want that captain.
Next session, it's battle again.
Yeah, this is gonna be fucking good. I should be healed up because we should have gotten a couple days of
Oh,
rest,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'll have to remember to heal up. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I've had to go to the bathroom for like 45 minutes, but the conversation I was just like, and it's not waiting. I'll be back.
Go. Oh, that boy.
Yeah, those personal shields are going to make all the difference. Once you get that Sable.
It's a whole second health bar. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was creating this character. I'm like, I spent most of my money on that. Like, all the money I spent was on that personal shield and grenades.
It actually makes me curious. What did we get the XP for when we captured the ship? I don't know if we did or not.
Not yet. I don't think so. I think Black Knight stepped out too. No, don't remember it in the group chat or anything. So technically, we just captured it now. I don't know when he wants to give us the XP if we do after the whole mission.
No, because the ship we just captured, the little small frigate thing,
Mm-hmm.
and because we captured that, right? Did we get XP for that, or because it's been a while, and I'm wondering if we did.
Like I said, I don't remember him giving us any last session, but again, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. That's why I was hoping we could get a hold. Because if depending on how much we get from the last one, I technically would also level up. So I'm like, it might be important for the next.
Yeah, we might want to consolidate that before we do this mission. See if we leveled up.
By the way, Tobias, I have a tendency to use.
I'm the same way.
So I'm not gonna lie, I like your
I'm back.
character so far.
I'm back.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, this is because he is experienced and he read about the more officers and he read like. Did you read like? I don't think you read the third one, but I think you read the second one.
I think I'm about a third through the second book before I was forced to put it down a while back. I actually still need to I actually need to read the new version that you sent me, where you fixed some of the formatting and some of the errors that came out in that early printing.
Yes. Yeah, but now we can after this break we can go a bit about your characters, the hidden reasons, the stuff about your mysterious researcher past, maybe.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that.
Yeah, because people in this universe are aware of this, of the on life and other things. They have, if not they themselves, people they knew were assaulted or had to defend themselves against malevolent spirits or some unlife possessed shit, which is why people have these technologies like the personal shield generator and particle beam technology. Why is it so ubiquitous as a weapon system, even though it's not. Even though the fucking lasers are more efficient, more energy efficient than it, but that's why it's so ubiquitous. So
I will say this: I'm really excited to see how all this breaks down, and we're gonna have to make sure that everything goes good. I am excited to learn more about Tobias as time goes on. I wanted to do
yeah,
it a
you
little
can
more
just you
throughout the
can
game.
start like you can start that because after the Commodore gives you the sword, which I will give me a second and I will give you the stats. You get together with the rest of your crew at the ship's armory, the main armory, where they offer to give you spare power packs, spare magazines for your plasma weapons.
I can use
I can
use my portable turret again.
Yes, you can use your portable turret.
Yeah. How many power packs can that thing hold?
I think
maxed it out. Is it like 4?
It could hold. No, it could hold 3. If I remember correctly.
Okay. Well,
yeah, 3 pistol power packs. So yeah, you can stock it.
All right, so we're gonna stock up 3 pistol power packs on that. Whoa, God bless it! My book was sitting on my space bar. That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna stock that up.
They have do they have stun grenades?
Yes, they have all kinds of grenades, and of course, your size, like small Terran size grenades, no problem. The bosun, the chief bosun Jack, he examines your plasma weapon, Roro. Does it how upgraded is it?
I don't think it's upgraded at all. It's just the Calypso. What's this thing?
Yeah, the Calypso. Is it like?
No, I don't have any mod on it. Oh, it's a. Oh crap! I didn't write that down.
Okay. How many power packs do I want to get for? I mean, I have 4 already. I don't know if I need more.
They offer to give you like free power packs if you have like power packs that you have not replenished.
Gotcha.
They can give you power packs. That's like they're overstocked, like they're overflowing with ammunition. Imagine going going on preparing to go on a mission like that, and your allies are like, no, fuck off, you don't need any ammunition, we're not gonna give you our ammunition, it's ours, fuck you.
Right. Yeah, no. I should be. I'm pretty good on ammo, to be perfectly honest. I've been good since. I just need to add that personal shield.
Yeah, you can find it in the gadgets. Give me a second. I'll open the gadgets.
We'll do that here in a second. I'm gonna just type it into my.
Yeah, the belt. Yeah, the belt.
Oh my god, this is gonna be nuts. So
they give you regular PSGs which have 20 HP each.
Okay, so 20 or 28, you said?
20
HP.
Okay, I just want 20 HP. I don't know why I heard 28.
Yes.
Okay, 20, so plus 20.
Aurora, they can, like the sergeant, the master sergeant there, he can upgrade your plasma weapon to Mark 1. He's a hamster. He just like sneaks you the mods. You have no fucking idea where he took the mods, but he sneaks you the mods. He gives you the mods. And he refills your he refills your magazines, like for the plasma weapon. He refills the magazines with like slugs. So you can refill the magazines, whatever like shots that. I think you shot like just a few.
Yeah, I still have like 8 rounds in it. I'm trying to
so
look up all
he
this.
refills you the magazines, and he gives you one extra magazine for your gun. He also gives you masterwork holoscope for it, so you can like have greater accuracy.
Telescope.
Masterwork holoscope.
Oh yeah, I was gonna upgrade my
so-
jar scope as well. But that's
your
fine, we can
gyroscope
do-
is
yeah.
your gyroscope is unique. I think you already
Is it already upgraded?
Yeah.
I had that written in my note. Oh well. No worries. Well, so because I know you've got to get going, Black Knight, and at this point we're just talking shop about upgrading and stuff like that. So why don't we go around the horn real quick and talk about our favorite parts of the evening? Who would like to go first?
Oh, the new guy.
New guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So kind of a different sort of session to come in on. What did you think about it so far?
Oh, I love roleplay heavy sessions. That's how I tend to run my games, pretty roleplay heavy. So this just felt right at home.
Nice.
Yeah, and my favorite bit had to probably be you doing Althard's seeing off. You know that was impressive. You played both of them very well, and then you got to experience a little bit of what it's like to be a GM, where sometimes you have to talk to yourself.
Well, usually I do that just because I like practicing voices and stuff like that, and just having fun with that.
Same way.
And I have had people ask me to do voice work and stuff for them, so sometimes I'll kind of bounce a few voices around. But I've never actually done it like that on camera, where it's like, oh crap, I actually have to think about this, and so. Oh, that was.
It can be challenging, but yeah, you did a damn good job there.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you. And by the way, whenever you're done, talking about what you had fun with for the night, we usually have that person pass it off to the other person, to the person that they picked. So.
Well, let's pass it off to the other local boy. Let's see what Trippy thought.
Yeah. You didn't know that. Meet on the internet. Turns out we live in the same town.
Yeah, we
Met up for a
do.
beer once.
We've actually met up like 3 or 4 times for beers.
Who knew? It's all right.
California blondes.
Yeah.
Hey, Southern California.
California blonde, she says about the redhead and the brunette.
That's the only line that's a Boondock Saints line. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly impressed with your voice work there too. That was very proper British, like
Yeah.
kind of snooty too. I don't know how it reminds me, kind of like Peter Sellers or something. I heard in there.
That was pretty good. Yeah. really good.
That's great. I think that was a good choice being the morale officer. We'll get some more buffs going on here. Really,
That was the thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as my favorite like part of the moment, it had to be Tuck making things awkward with the dying cat. That whole conversation.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That was extra funny too, because I'm sitting here with 3 little baby black foster kittens running around while you're all talking about like this dying old black cat. It's the exact opposite of my situation.
Fun fact, that's actually a real life story that happened to me.
Oh
So
shit!
yeah. First I was crying, and then like after the shock set in, I started laughing and realized that I woke up with a dead cat next to me. It was
God.
really yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
My child.
To Mr. Awkward himself. What did Sable think? What was his favorite moment?
Well, kind of like discovering that like human ships have like an entirely separate like undercroft, basically.
Mhm.
For
Yeah, that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's part like of the universe, world building, and also why the ships are that big. Probably the major part is that you have like large races like Oldheart, these Guardians, And because of these races, in ancient times in the galaxy, the mechs have been developed to combat, like for the smaller races, to combat like these large races. And so this is like the main reason why ships are that big, because all corridors, like all spaces, have to be that big to accommodate for power armor mechs, at least. Because if you get assaulted by someone like Oathheart, like a ship full of Oathhearts, they'll just rip through your ship and they'll slaughter you. And they wouldn't care if your corridors are smaller; they'll just cut through. If they're forced to, they will cut through.
Yeah, that's
but you won't have you won't be able to defend against them like properly. You won't be able to have like enough heavy weapons to actually topple them, fight them off. Yeah.
That's really
Spaceballs.
I like that. No, sorry, just fucking I'm reading.
Space cats.
Space
cats.
Fucking space cats.
Space cats.
Space cats.
Space cats. Space dogs.
Oh,
space. Sugar
Space
gliders.
gorillas. Space guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Take anything in the world,
Well, at
put
least-
space in front of it, and it becomes fancy and high tech.
That's the idea. I mean,
better not be space
Space cough
furries.
drops.
Funny you say that. There's a number of furry animals that have been uplifted to humanoid.
yeah.
So the
yeah, but they're not degenerate furries. No.
there's probably at least one. But I'm never mind. Never mind.
I doubt
We're
it.
not gonna. We're not gonna.
If there is, that fucker's probably a Tazaran traitor.
Oh shit.
All right. It's more of who
He
hasn't
looks at
spoke yet.
that guy. That guy, the space furry, is probably also the guy that looks at the Tazarans and says, I kind of want to live that Captain Kirk Greek girlfriend life.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure their women are more like giant, like breeding monsters than anything.
I've always pictured them as big, bald, nasty orc-looking things.
It's the personality that really
till you
kills
read
it.
about.
Between humanoid and like lizard. So like they have
Yeah.
like kind of scaly type skin, but they're humanoid. They don't.
Like back in the day they had like scales, but now they don't, like, because it's like millions of years of change. Yeah, pretty much. Wait till you read about Tale.
Space Ghosts. Damn it, we're not doing Space Ghosts. Shut the fuck. All right, I'm booting this guy. I don't want him in our fucking party anymore. Shit.
Space goats, coast to coast.
Thank you.
Sable, who are you passing it off to, man?
Who hasn't talked yet?
The GM and Royce, that's it.
Me and Black Knight.
All right, you then, Royce.
Oh, good. Favorite part of the evening. I think my favorite part of the evening was going back and forth figuring out how the fuck we're going to use the Trojan horse properly. And like go like devising that whole plan. Like, we're gonna come back with a damaged ship. We're gonna be speaking, fringe speak to tell these guys that our ship is damaged, and the captain's gonna want to see this this guy that we got, this dysentery, who he also has a ship that we can go get too, but we think the captain might, I don't know, we'll figure out, but just devising that whole plan. Like, we're gonna have fucking portable fucking war system, so that way Tuck can hack. Tuck's gonna have a couple of dudes backing him up to hack stuff. We're gonna have the morale officer. He's gonna be selling the lie with me. That's gonna be really cool. We're gonna take that video of my character being captured to send it to them, like, on the ship, so they're like, oh wow, like, wow, they actually have a dysentery, and and we'll have the captain's sword next to him. to kind of sell it, and like just figuring that whole thing out, like so that way, and be like, but our ship, it's like the systems are down, like we're not gonna make it back to you. Can you log in? Because we'll be like, we're not system people. Can you log in and help us? And then when they come in, like Tuck will start his slow hack because they're gonna open the doors. I mean, it's their ship. There's no reason they should be afraid in logging into their own ship. And then when they do, like, just figuring out that whole plan and how we're gonna put that together to basically just give us as much like subterfuge and shit like that. That was my favorite part.
Plus, you can use the things that you already did, and you don't need to lie about them because the ship is damaged.
That's what I'm saying. Like the ship is damaged.
They're like the people who are actually like not like the Tazarans who are actually system operators here. You kill them.
I know.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not gonna lie. I am not in fact a specialist, and the ship is in fact damaged, and we're not. The lie might be we're not sure if we're gonna be able to make it back. Like.
The best lies are the lies that
the best lies are 90% truth.
I am not a specialist,
and the more with the most,
the most. And all we'll have to say, we'll just send them the video of captured me, and we'll say, and we have a dysentry on board. Also, not a lie.
Yeah,
like
he tried to board us, and he almost died.
Yeah, he tried to board us, and he almost died, and he. You know,
we captured him.
Yeah, we'll just say our ship was too damaged to tow his ship back or whatever.
Yeah, that's potentially that's potentially 10K Tazaran decats, which is
how about you, Black Knight?
It's a lot of money.
What was your favorite part of
the mine? Let's say the first part was that. When you actually met with the Commodore, the way you reacted, and then to his cat, how you addressed like in role play, how you addressed the situation, because even I didn't know. I mean, I had the NPC, but like the finishing touches, I always roll for some random finishing touches because it kind of like spices things around, moves things around. It's fun.
Fucking hate cats.
What would you say if he had like a small fish tank levitating around him on a grav plate?
Weird, but not something that I hate. Yeah, but
because
I can't escape that.
It could have, and the second best thing was the later roleplay when you got to like decide what you would ask from the Commodore. That was nice. That was nice.
I was planning that out, but that was fun. So, well, so yeah, we've got a lot to talk about off screen. Lots of upgrades that we're going to have to do. Experience points. I don't know if we're divvying those out yet or how that's going to work. Making sure that we're ready, and then I guess next session we're going to kick the fucking.
Next session, it's
Next session, we're kicking the doors in and going to town. So thank you, everybody who is checking out the live stream tonight. I loved the chat tonight. The chat was having such a blast. You guys are all awesome. This has, in fact, been Star Shatter, the 25th episode. Welcome aboard, the man behind the screen. And we look forward to seeing you all next time. So here we go. And... Sunday coffee tomorrow, guys. I'll see you at 11 a.m. Central.